Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Sunday, April 25th, 2021. Cold, rainy Sunday in the orchard here. You're looking at the Kids Orange Red tree. And this video is going to be about assessing the damage post-event, after you've had a really cold snap or freeze. My previous video was about kind of predicting the damage beforehand. This one is going to talk about how do you assess the damage afterwards. So you can see right away as you look at these that all of that freeze did a little bit of damage to the leaves. They got some browning, that kind of thing. But what's really interesting is when I pull apart these buds, and so I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. You just snip a few of these buds, you can just pull it off with your hand and look at it. When I pull them apart and dissect them, I haven't found a single one that was killed by the freeze. Well, these are probably tight clustered of maybe first pink, but most of these are tight cluster on this tree. So that means one of two things. One, this accurate thermometer isn't as accurate as it says. If it's off by a degree or two, that can make a big difference. Or two, talking to the trees has helped, giving them a couple degrees extra of frost resistance, and I'm gonna go with that. So I was gotta give the tree a high five. Good job, tree. Okay, so to test your flowers for viability, you want to pick a few. So I've got 2 peach, 2 apple, and a cherry. And basically what you want to do is cut the flower, pull it apart with your hands, and look at the internal structures. If you see everything is bright green and colorful and, you know, pink and orange and the colors they should be, it's good. If you see something is kind of brown or black, then you know that flower is dead. So we're going to go through that process here. Okay, so here's an apple bud I've cut in half, and I'm using this magnifying glass to show. Notice that all those internal structures of that bud are green. Everything you see is green. You're going to see in a minute what a dead blossom looks like, but I'm going to pull this apart with my fingers here, and I'll show you once I've pulled it apart a little bit. Just imagine, you know, if you were to take a leaf of green lettuce, you put it in the freezer, it freezes. You pull it out, it's going to look green until it defrosts. Once it defrosts, it's going to be soft, it kind of turn brown, mushy. So that's what you would see in the flower. This is bright green, which shows that it's undamaged. Now I'm going to break apart the bottom part of the flower, and you see all of those structures are bright green. So here's a peach flower I've done the same thing with. I've just sort of pulled it apart with my hands, and you can see again inside there the base of the flower is green. The pistil, which is sort of the curved part in the middle, is nice. It's a white color. It's viable. You're going to see in a minute what a dead peach flower looks like. It'll give you a good comparison, but it's pretty evident once you pull the flowers apart and you see the live and the dead ones. So this one is a viable flower. Everything's colorful. All the parts are there. Nothing was damaged. There's no brown or black inside the flower, so it's viable. So here's a flower from our Red Haven peach. These were much further along. See in the center there, the pistil at the base is black. I'm holding this with both hands, the magnifying glass and the camera, but from the base of the flower, go up and see right there at the bottom of the screen, the part, it looks almost like a sprout or something in the center. There are botanists that can tell you all the details. The thing we care about is that is brown and black inside. And so that part is definitely dead. You can see that the flower is not going to produce a fruit because of that pistil there that's dead right down in the flower. This cherry I'm pretty sure is going to be dead, so we'll cut it. You just pull it apart with your fingers too, but notice inside there, see that brown? It's brown inside. It looks, now I'm holding this with both hands, but you can see the pistil on the bottom there hanging. It's black and brown. That is dead. And so that really in a nutshell is the difference between live flowers and dead flowers. Once you do this a few times, you get pretty used to it. So as we go through here, here's our knobbed russet tree. That one doesn't have any fruit yet, but again, a late bloomer. Look. That's just waking up. So again, that's one of those reasons you want to have a variety of trees, early bloomers and late bloomers, so when they're all fruiting, you don't have to worry about losing your whole crop. It wouldn't even cross your mind. which is kind of a cool thing. So here's our sunflower pawpaw. Now, this is a great example right here. Look at these two buds. So one thing I've noticed, we had snow on the ground and it was really cold, and this is the stage. They haven't really advanced since then, it's only been a couple days. See how the one on the left is green at the stem and standing straight up. The one on the right was looking like that before we got the snow. So my guess is this one is dead and the green one on the left is alive. And so going by that hypothesis, I'm thinking, well, the bud probably froze and the tissues in the stem are destroyed and soft and therefore can't hold it up and it just kind of droops over. So going by that hypothesis, as I go through here, you can see the difference in bud stages. That one's kind of droopy. It's hard to focus here. There we go. That one's kind of droopy. That one is less developed, kind of standing up. Same deal there, although this one doesn't look too bad, but the other one is standing straight up. The gravity is, it's fighting gravity, in other words, I guess is the best way to put it. Same deal here. So I'm guessing that the ones that are still sort of fighting gravity, standing up straight and have some green on them are alive. And so I would guess, in kind of looking over this tree, I've done this already, we had about 50 to 60% of our buds killed. But that also means we have about 40% alive. So that's good news. And we have a lot of these right here, these sort of less developed ones. There we go. We have these less developed ones that you see in the middle of the screen there, right here, between my two fingers. And those all seem fine. So there are a number. Look at that. That's a great example. The one on the left right here is green. This one is all discolored looking. So I'm thinking we had about 50% of those buds killed, which getting down to 21, 22 degrees for 2 days in a row and having snow on the ground is better than I expected. So thank you for watching our video on assessing the aftermath of a hard freeze. As I mentioned, all these trees came through pretty well. We were lucky in the sense that they weren't in a very advanced stage of bud development, and so they were able to escape the worst of Mother Nature's wrath this time around. But hopefully you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. And if you enjoy our videos, please help us grow the channel by subscribing for more updates from the garden and the orchard.